that this will be the longitudinal fissure, this will be the transverse fissure. These two are dividing the brain. So longitudinal fissure divides it into cerebral hemispheres, transverse fissure is dividing cerebrum from cerebellum. And then we had said this one is the central sulcus, it divides the frontal lobe from that of parietal lobe, but also the primary motor cortex, that's what they are writing. So it is in front, we call it an anatomy, precentral gyrus. And this gyrus, we are calling it post-central gyrus. So these two, so precentral, post-central gyrus. Precentral is primary motor cortex, post-central is sensory cortex or primary sensory, somatosensory cortex. So this is our lateral sulcus. It is dividing the temporal lobe from that of the frontal and parietal lobes. That's what that one is doing. So all this structure at the surface, so that one is cerebral cortex. It has folds called gyri. It has grooves called sulci. So this is what we wanted to know. And here we did that this will be the primary visual cortex, and it is receiving information from the eyes through optic nerves, and it interprets sight. Close to every primary area, usually there is an association area. So this will be the vision association area, which they are showing in yellow. So which is a higher center for interpreting that information which is coming in. And the association area, it uses information from other parts of the brain also. Okay. So this is what I wanted you to know from outside. Then we are going to the downside, and here this is olfactory bulb, this is olfactory tract, this is our first cranial nerve. They are labeling it in Roman 1. So they are telling you this is second cranial nerve, they are telling you third cranial nerve. So and then they are showing you the fourth, this is the fifth, this is the sixth. So this will be seventh, eighth will be outer to it. Then we have, so this one is they are showing is 12. So 12 is above, but this is 10th, which is here. It's passing beneath it. So that will be the 10th. So this is 7th. This is where 8th is. So 7th, 8th, and they have some problem in this one. 12th is here, they are labeling this one 10th. It can't be. So 10th is beneath 12th, so they have some problem in that labeling going on. So after this one, so we said this is pituitary gland, this is the optic nerve. This part going behind, that will be our optic tract. And this is the midbrain area which you are seeing in this part. So you can see the cerebral peduncles here in this area. That's what you can see. And then we have, so this big bulge is pons here. This is medulla. This is cerebellum. So these are the major parts we can see in this one. Then we can open them up. So this is our main sagittal section which we have. So still frontal lobe and parietal lobe, occipital lobe, corpus callosum. This is our septum pellucidum. This is our fornix. So these three we did together. This is pineal gland. This is the posterior commissure. So we counted them together as epithalamus. This is thalamus. This is hypothalamus. So these three we do together, thalamus, hypothalamus, epithalamus, these two structures here. So then this is optic nerve, this is optic chiasm. And on this side we don't see the pituitary gland, but we see, so you can see the optic tract better on this side. This is optic tract going back. optic tract. On this side you have the pituitary gland because they shifted it on one side only. So this is where we have optic chiasm, pituitary gland, mammillary body. So these three we do together to fix them. Then we come to the midbrain. So this is where we have cerebral peduncle. This is cerebral aqueduct, superior colliculi, inferior colliculi. Then we did pons. This is medulla. This is fourth ventricle. This is our cerebellum. So in this one we don't have them colored. So stop for 1 minute. Let me bring the second brain.